OWCS, EMEA, and NA is back in full force, and in just 2 weeks, we got the best worst map of all time, the designated EMEA banger, Violet, gaming, a nightmare schedule, and so much more. We're gonna start in EMEA, the land of Symmetra, and while its society is being kept within the walls like it's paradise, not all of them keep out the Titans. Backbone drops this shit and rotates slower than Venus to set a solo TP and walk to point. Bro can't make it to the wall, let alone find out what's past it. I get it though. Whatever's on the other side cannot be scarier than a nanoed Kevster on Genji, especially if the blade is tucked away. However, some walls are meant to keep people away. Evil just wanted a smidge of space on the point, no bigger than a $2,000 a month New York apartment, and he still got shut down. What's really tough about this is he missed his opportunity. That shit's better go up to 3K. But things are looking up for him, because he took part in the map that was so bad, it looped back around to become peak. This shit simultaneously deserves jail time and a Nobel Prize. The first 2 maps went exactly how you'd expect when the first seed Alcad squares off against the 8th seed Quick Esports. You got some weird stuff like Snowdrop having grandma reaction time if she was dead for the past 40 minutes. Bro's first time in OWCS, no flinch or anything. Bro's body just straight up did not process. But overall, this was a nothing burger game until this happened. We whiffed on a 45-year-old man AFK on the payload. What? Bro was fucking around trying to learn some new tricks and then he's just getting shot at. With the way he turns around, you can tell he is visibly confused. This was the trigger for some downright paranormal activity to appear in the lobby. Right when he's trying to finish out the map, Chase gets a Windows notification and it lets all of Quick come right back to the point. But in some form of cosmic karma, Evil alt tabs right in front of Checkmate. When the Spotify shuffle is so horrendous, you gotta switch up immediately. And in the same clip, Checkmate drops a bomb on the floor and Snowdrop just stands there. Bro lost his hands and his legs in the same round. He has a tough life ahead. After losing multiple appendages, Snowdrop knew the only way forward was to become a body shot bandit and take from others what got taken from him. But low-key, if a body shot is all it takes, that's just efficient work. Why bother the headshot? Calyx must have felt bad for hitting the agency dodge on his shot earlier, so he gave Snowdrop a personal Kovac scenario, which he still has not completed to this day. What you're watching is peak Mercy gameplay from a true professional who wasn't just there when the ancient moth texts were written, but he actually partook in their ceremonies. And this wasn't a one-time event. He was doing this shit the entire time Snowdrop was on Widow. This might be the one. Oh, not quite. He was doing this shit for way longer than anyone realizes. Snowdrop wasn't even looking and Calyx is still on the job. I got 8 minutes of purely uninterrupted Calyx Mercy gameplay, so if anyone wants that, hit me up. Bro's movement was so clean, he thought he was invincible, and the only thing he couldn't aim check was the minefield he tried to resin. Bro! But this isn't the half of it. After Evil sent out a pulse bomb so ass that he had to take a step back and reassess his life choices, straight up hit the I don't want to do this no mo. He realized that Junkrat was the pick for him. Bro got personally bombed like he was a threat to US national security during the Obama administration. But honestly, it makes more sense than whatever the fuck he was doing before. The trees are not speaking, bro. Tell me what that foliage ever did to you. And thanks to SkyTor getting a fuck you 4K during the Calyx minefield incident, we get to see more gameplay. He made sure to chase down all witnesses on the scene, so there were no survivors. And then bro gave us ball shots to make sure this couldn't get broadcast on live TV. But here on the Tommathan YouTube channel, nothing is off the table, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the action. And here we have some exclusive behind the scenes tape of what went down in the Quick Esports comms.
Sees me.
I'm here.
Wait, actually.
Oh, like what are we?
So we're just not forcing Susu.
Oh shit.
You know the team is absolutely dialed when they're coordinating Junkrat Moira dives to the spawn door.
Oh. Go.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Push in my spawn. Fuck off.
He doesn't know.
Bounce the shit around the corner. Bounce the shit around the corner.
Behind you.
Bro, clear the corners, guys.
And the best part is, this was kind of effective, not as an actual dive, but it staged Yoham for success in the backline heading into the overtime fight. Bro had his eyes on the prize, and I don't know if Kelix developed Mercy Player Syndrome and got distracted mid-game, or was just bored out of his mind, because this kill should not be mathematically possible. With the res forced quick, we're ready to cook. Evil laid the boom on Kelix, popped tire, and finally got his revenge on Checkmate. The idea of pulsing him again was just too tantalizing to give up, and this was part of an insane overtime to end out the worst round ever.
Ivan, Mercy.
Mercy one, Mercy clean one. Phase one.
Q1.
No. Nice. Wrecking wheel one. Juno. Soldier. Soldier one. Tracer. No. Shoot your gun. Nice. Yes!
All that joy and excitement was channeled into one final Junkrat play to make a statement to the entire region. One final whiff on an unaware target for a cinematic end to the series. Before we head over to the EMEA banger, let's check in on NA's 8th seed, the Dilducks. While they haven't had a game quite as high-flying as Quick, they got some crazy stuff going on. Freddy Bazbear on the Doomfist is bringing up his jump scares per 60 to a rate we haven't seen since Overwatch 1 Double Shield Reaper Doom meta. Low-key, it was kinda fire, don't cap. If you squint, you can almost hear the Brandito indie rock montage music. Bro was built different. It's a damn shame this didn't bring him to a map win, cause if a whole team getting quaked on can't get the dub, I don't know what the duck can. But who needs a win anyway? They got places to be and dills to pay. Besides, aura and hype moments are worth more than a map win. That's the Dhillionaire mindset. Razor had Nightmare tweaking like they forgot to take their dills. Bro pulled up and Squid immediately knew he was not built for this. Had to head out. And Rocket thought he was slick on the stick, but no sir, he had that shit twisted, no teeth. Razor hit him with the counter and all of a sudden, bro was a memorial on the wall. Rocket tried to hit the prediction, but Razor knew he was not like that. You cannot find this anywhere else. You gotta be mentally dill to not blink away from a pulse bomb. Now it's time for what was the very first game of the stage, the government mandated Al-Qadsiya vs Twisted Minds banger. In map 1, each team decisively got around, so you already know they had to cook up something devious to finish off the map. Right off the bat, TVNT hit the fattest slash since Gen 1 Persian. Bro gained 25 ult charge with one ability. He had that shit base boosted as well to really send him over the edge. This is the type of teamwork we like to see. So the very next fight, Alcad had to match it. However, it's not working out too well. TM end up with the man advantage and have their people on the way back first. But Ziad finds 2 kills late and decides it's time to go on a solo mission to flip the point, while Checkmate hangs back. He does not want the smoke. TM got people alive though. The only thing Ziad is flipping is burgers until the rest of his squad comes through the TP like the fucking Avengers. Quartz gets sent to hell and now it's an all-out brawl on the point with Alcad flawlessly cleaning up. But Quartz gets his run back, packs up 2 with the quickness and puts TM in the driver's seat with an ult advantage. But Alcad lock in on the retake like an F student who needs this credit. Landon comes back from spawn, gets a simple kill and helps an old man down off the side of the map before following him into the depths. This is the second time Alcad flipped a point without using an ult and sets them up to win the map. Then Alcad pull out all the stops. Freakta is shooting at them toes to get crucial kills and teleporting into the backline, exerting huge pressure and eventually stopping TM early into 3rd point. Al-Qadsiya are feeling themselves. They're up 2-0, firing on all cylinders with Checkmate having a jolly time on Symmetra. People keep saying, why is my Korean on Sim? Bro, he is having the time of his life. I have never seen someone so gleeful to play this character. He is singing and dancing on their grave. And this is where the government stepped in. This series has to be a map 5, so they ordered Alcad to light the torch. Chase rolled around for a bit, missed the doorway to die to High Noon, and then swapped to Doomfist after 1 point. Once Alcatia were down 0-2, they kinda got moving. I don't know what changed. Maybe Chase got warmed up. Maybe because Labda swapped to Sim, the entire team got a passive buff just for the character being in the lobby. Or maybe he's just like that. But either way, they were cooking. Thanks to Symmetra's presence beside him, Checkmate overcame his depressive episode that began when he had to swap off Sim himself. Once he dealt with this reality, he was back to being a demon. To Checkmate, Symmetra being in the lobby is like Jordan Poole when the baddies are courtside, or Merit when there is $2 on the line. Suddenly, Alcad were 1 point away from winning this series, so Champion Simple stepped up to deny the Sim Wall fight win and made way for the top brass to seal the deal. Then, Alcad received the call. Switch off Symmetra. Stop playing the character. That was it. Even with a huge title blast, Labda died in the pre-fight and Checkmate lacked the extra strength needed to finish them off. Which takes us to Quartz Row. It doesn't matter how much you love Sim. If Quartz says he's gonna win this map, GG, go next, there's nothing you can do. You cannot hide behind your tank. Hell, they're not even safe despite having 600 HP and full cooldowns. Okay, maybe we could have been safe here, but still, that's that Quartz pressure. If you walk up, you die, and if you sit back, you also die. Just as big OWCS planned it, we had our map 5, and with his Sojourn banned, Quartz struggled. He tried Freya, Ashe, Cassidy, even Sombra, and had no gas the entire map. Meanwhile, the only thing that could stop Labda was the map geometry, specifically this lamppost. Who invited this guy, bruh? That should be a dead brig. But there's someone else who's an even bigger problem. The perk might be gone, but Ziad's rockets remain heavy all the same. He was a menace to Psycho specifically. Bro really thought he was slick coming over the rooftops. He tried to slide in with the mech. No, leave the dealership. You cannot afford this ride. Add this on top of multiple late game 20+ second staggers, one of them on Quartz at that, and it leaves Alcatia victorious in the first banger matchup against Twisted Minds of the stage. There will be another. Moving on to Wu Yang. This character does some insane things, as shown from UV, constantly topping the lobby in damage. My ass don't got no clips from him though, that's on me. But by far the most insane feat is Alba just surfing away from this. Hello? You're a dead body. This left Tree dazed and confused to the point where he tried to deflect a pulse bomb already stuck to him. No, it's more than that. It inflicted mass hysteria that spread to Zira. Dude, he didn't even hit the wave. There is zero reason that Alba should be able to walk away on 1 HP. And even though the kill eventually came through, clearly the mental damage was done. Of course, we also have many support plays that will leave you reconsidering life in a slightly different way. And I don't just mean a casual title jacks or woo jacks, although those are pretty bad. I'm talking about walking into a mine that was about to expire literally 2 seconds later. You can see them disarm. This the type of shit that makes you want to shoot the computer or yourself. Either way, something is getting shot. Perhaps by a High Noon, maybe a Lucio dropping the beat? This might be a rare case of complete understanding of object permanence. We saw the High Noon, then it vanished. Where'd it go? No clue. Better drop the beat to be safe. This next one though is truly the type of play you can't pronounce. EGS has a Suzu, Swift Step, and Sim TP at his feet. So how do we dodge this Diva Bomb? We drop the Suzu a little early and explode! Oh my days, oh my days. But somehow, there's still another play more worthy of the title. Which brings us to Violet in EMEA. One of the all-time GOATs of the game is here to dodge the military while offering his own special service. From day one, he made sure the region got a first-hand experience to know exactly what he's about. And he's not just farming environmental kills. He is moving like a speedster that the narrative cannot handle, dealing with every player on the map at once. In this single overtime, he dropped a 7k. There are players who don't be doing that across entire maps, entire games even. And you might be thinking, oh, this is mostly finishing off kills, it's not a big deal. Right place, right time, whatever. Bitch, he is out damaging the whole enemy team and his own hit scan and has most elims. But for him, this just a regular Saturday afternoon. He is cooking on Alari as well, building ult so fast that you think he typed /fly like he play in Roblox. Bro is doing things that you have never seen before. He hit the defensive captive Sun to dodge Wuyang ult with the semi-invulnerable turn and still pulled up to kill the backline. But this EMEA shit gets serious. Croc's on some he doesn't know me yet, but he will very soon. And I can't tell if that's a threat on his life or a good time. And even though the broadcast won't show it, we can see Crocs type to him after the kill. And we know there were many more where that came from. Then we got a glimpse into the mind of Crocs.
Violet! Come here.
Oh, hell nah. Freaky ass Frenchman, bruh, stay away. Violet responded by beating the good guys down to a pulp. Somehow this guy is making Lucio Cheerio bullets tear up the enemy team more than the roof of your mouth after one bowl of Captain Crunch. If they never got rid of the Owl stat lab, he'd be putting up season 1 Jonak level gaps across the board, including cash apps received. You can tell this Ajax was a free trial troll face to show off the complete package during his first match in a new region. No one was paying him. This was a business expense. But clearly, he does have international buyers, because this beat right here is the Lige Gone feat of the week and might be one of his bottom 5 beats of all time. But to truly understand, we have to look under the hood. Vision are one fight away from taking the first map off the best team in the region, and with Tama's huge grab, Choice A1 is able to put his pulse on the floor and dive, but still get the 2k. Violet sees this, recognizes that Checkmate is behind and able to get the touch, then checks his notifications to see if the pay is worth it, before beating his bubbled Kitsune rushed Zarya in a 1v4 to push the spawn door. Either his grandkids won't have to work a day in their lives, or his ass is celebrating a job well done. But as we know, Checkmate is still back there, and he puts on some Tom and Jerry level moves to stall for his team. After triggering OT, he gets another touch, then escapes out coast, baits back 3 players, and breaks all their ankles at 7 HP before reconvening with his team. Cause while that was happening, old man Kelix revs up the engine and rolls out of spawn to get the drive-by not once, but twice. All of a sudden, we're damn near even, and Kelix has an unmatched sound barrier that hits all 5. And who else starts the collapse but the man who celebrated the end? That beat was so unapologetically ass that Vision didn't only lose map 1, but also their will to live, and after that got 3-0'd pretty cleanly. They let Labda walk around, not a care in the world, and straight up kill 5. Or at least Violet clearly had orders to keep this shit quick, cause Tama reached deep into his gene pool for the 0.5% Korean he has in him, and hit this primal to incite a mini-map reverse sweep on Suravasa, but Violet was having none of it. Bro got flattened. Low-key, I can't believe this hit, but that's how you know he's good. Plausible deniability. But before we end here, we gotta go back to the Checkmate ankle break. How did that even happen? Choice A1 is coming out of spawn in hot pursuit of Checkmate, then turns around 180 degrees to go to the other door away from point. Bro thought he was on some high IQ pincer maneuver. Buddy, you are not Magnus Carlsen. You barely know how the pieces move. Use your blink, stop shooting the plant, and chase after him at 7 HP, please. Choi is kind of weird because sometimes he is cooking and makes everyone remember his Guangzhou charge days where it felt like he was on them Herbalife supplements. And then other times he makes you remember that his team accomplished just as much as you did in Owl. 0 relevant wins. After this stage, he's gonna have a ton of IMDb appearances across EMEA montages. Bro's acting bag is low-key insane. Headless Corpse 1. He had a major role in the Crocs movie as Fish on a Hook. Bro Bro even got marinated. That's commitment to the craft. And finally, geriatric marathon runner. He managed to make an ego pulse look unimpressive. I have never seen a lower APM tracer in my life. This is rivaling 2017 console Reinhardt players. Somehow that pulse bomb was on the same level as sticking someone who's already glued to the floor. We sticky maxing like a glue gunner out here. You can see the exact moment Dip decided to stalk this guy in particular, but that shit comes at a cost. And Psycho decided to let Dip know that he don't need a glue storm to get sticky. If you're gonna stick someone who cannot move, you at least gotta give it some style. Razor hit the Leduc U3 on Luke Minnow, and bro was so fucked up that he tried to boop a pulse bomb. He basically started praying for the game to break. Dip did not learn his lesson either. He was on some devious timing every game. Fuck you mean this recall puts you in the perfect position to secure the 2K? It's a good thing Evil put him to rest. Clean ass stick to teach him a lesson, and we've been read like the back of a cereal box cause it's just that casual. Bro had that shit locked down like a bike in Marseille, but all of these pale in comparison to my favorite Tracer play so far. This is more than breaking ankles, this is breaking minds. Kevster popped up like a fake flash and Keo had no clue how to act. This is the type of outplay you can't even be mad about. Sometimes when you get cooked, you just gotta admire the recipe. When you talk about Tracers in NA, you know we gotta bring up Sugar Braun and Ronaldo, who both had the matchup against the Rocket. I don't know, man. There's gotta be a better nickname somewhere. Like, the Rocket. Yep. Dwayne the Rocket. John. I don't fucking know this. I don't know. In both of these matches, Nightmare came out swinging and earned themselves the title as the Kings of Ilios. Which is kind of crazy because Hawk was moving like Thanos on a character that's apparently Spider-Man. What the fuck am I looking at here, bruh? Hazard needs to compete in the Olympics. This is like a V20. Luckily, Nightmare had a Treaker looking for his fix, and Lenny had a suspiciously fentanyl-shaped pocket to be ran. However, after going up 1-0, Nightmare took slightly different paths for each game. Liquid brought them to Atlas, where Painkiller was not to be talked to until he had his fat Graviton Surge. This is where the ult cycle was supposed to win, but someone must have replaced his pills with Ozempic, because by the end of the map, these grabs were looking small, dare I say desolate. This is the most don't come any closer ass grab I have ever seen. And the crazy part is, Tree didn't have any intention to. Bro was headed in the opposite direction already. From here, Nightmare went to Gibraltar and laid down some of the worst game I have ever witnessed. Look at the score line, bruh. 3 kills total? Just FF. Instead, Tree unbuckled his blade and gave a Robert Freeman type belt to ass beatdown. This pain is so deep in the Nightmare subconscious that they'll flinch whenever they see a conifer. Christmas will never be the same. We're decorating the what? In the final moments of their attack, they relied on a Reeker Blossom to get a decent push, but that shit got blown up and they can't even be mad. Zera hit a no-look 180 pulse bomb. How are you supposed to combat this? Bro's been cooking the whole time, but bringing that out is a whole new discography. I don't think anyone has an answer. So Painkiller doesn't pretend to. He hits the crash out queen swap and starts winning off sheer willpower. There is no other way to describe how he lives through this fight. Bro is stuck at 19 HP and finds the kill. One queen in a dream inspires his team to hold out 5 minutes on King's Row 2nd. And all of a sudden, Seeker is taking a dark step into the streets and running rampant. It's crazy how motherfuckers be moving different when there's nothing left to lose. All of a sudden, he's a problem. He's everywhere on the map. RuPaul wondering where this guy just came from. Then he starts chasing him down before psych. Y'all can't predict this. Complete 180 back to point for the special move. I started to believe maybe there's something here. Junker Queen, secret meta breaker, someone call Cager. Never mind. Zero went thug for thug with Seeker and finished him off with a quick 3K. And it's not because they showed signs of life heading into their next game against SSG tomorrow, but because it resulted in a Vega Ajax for his first game of the stage. Truly cinematic to have both Vega and Violet AJ on day 1. This shit better make me religious. God instilled the might of Queen into PK just to have this moment. Going back to the SSG game after Nightmare win Ilios, we find that Hawk's mind has gone slightly insane with his rank ranked ladder adventures. He chased Squid all the way back to second point as soon as the spawn doors opened up. We aren't even 30 seconds into the round and Squid is getting jumped outside his home. This shit went crazy. Set SSG up for a 2-minute full cap and they didn't even need it. On the defense, Hawk came through with back-to-back 4Ks to full hold King's Row in the big 2-5. Actually, the year don't matter. Even back when he was a young lad at a time where 2 others were with us on the server, God rest their souls, you still weren't supposed to hold this. His OT is low-key insane. He has double bubble for the grab and starts beaming on some 2019 quad deca. Then, no questions asked, he brings the thunder to ruin Nightmare's life. Bro is waging war, and at a time like this, they simply have no answer. To clean it up, he drops the grab on Seeker and just walks away. He is not the threat. They got bigger fish to fry. Deadass put bro on timeout. He waiting for the rapture to come. Stop fighting back and everything. Nightmare bounced back though. Took him to New Queen Street and got an early checkpoint. Unfortunately, it's Braun's game. And once he took over, Nightmare got meters less than the average American. They legit gained nothing in the back half. Shit stayed the same like Johto's level curve. There is no progress. Meanwhile, SSG slowly built their empire until they yoinked the lead with a minute to go. It's a good thing Seeker was ready to go the distance. He evicted Hawk from his car and beat him down, then started spinning around dismantling SSG piece by piece. But at the crucial moment to finish them off, his bola shot got cancelled. It's a disaster. Not to mention CJ solo killed 4 in a 1v5. Bro hit the reverse sweep like he the supreme overlord. What the fuck is going on? And that's not even the craziest part. I don't know what's more impressive, this once in a lifetime play or the multiple lives he trolled on Moira in the following map. First he reverse swept the fight, then he became the evil Michael Jordan of Coalescence. Got that shit cancelled back to back to back. 3-peat secured, but his greedy ass still wants more. CJ might stand for Cole Jacks, but he's no one trick. He's top of the game at dying with Cole available or fade on cooldown, and if you're lucky, sometimes both. Despite playing a 4v5, SSG 3-0'd this map. Or at least they would've, if not for the dreaded C9 of Doom. Hawk saw this and ascended to the pearly gates. I get it so much. This shit was so ass, everyone in the lobby took a second to reflect on their place in the universe. Rhino was the one who caused this, put down the mines and told Scissors to get the fuck out the way, and even he couldn't believe it. You can see his sheer disbelief through the screen. Bro did a double take. It had Scissors shaken up so badly, this is the last game he played. He was never seen again. But SSG still closed out the map, in large part due to a classic Sugar Braun takeover. His dead body radiates so much aura that Luke Minnow decided to shield it off instead of the bomb behind him. Sugar Vaughn is so sinister that even in the afterlife, he's more demon than ghost. To play out the video, I leave you with wisdom from some of the best players in all of North America. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like the video and subscribe.
I'm far away. You see me?
I'll solve if I can. Sorry.
We can't flip. You guys are horrible, bro.
There's a Reaper
bubble. I can touch point. I can touch point.
Shit, thank
I
God.
lied.
Try one.
Alright, see. Reaper 1. 3, 2.
Nice pull set us.
Yeah, kill one. Yeah, go solo blade, man. Oh, and he shit on you. You're wave back.
Nah, what if I get a remake kill? What if I get a remake kill?
Oh my God!